Welcome to Triple T Thursday. I'm your host, Shelly Saves the Day, and Triple T Thursday stands for Tips, Tricks, and Talktorials. Today I want to chat with you about a subject that has been on my mind because I've been thinking about as we're coming towards the end of the year. Many companies are also now thinking of their end of fiscal year. And so we do see a lot of more people making more content because there are expanded budgets. There are usually more money and profits and affiliate link money to be made during the holiday season while people are thinking of things that they're going to want to be buying for the holiday season. And that also leads me to think about the fact that a lot of people are not making content or making not just content, but making conversation and connections with brands that may come to fruition later in the whole realm of sponsorship, brand guidelines, gifting, all of that. And I don't want to do a whole conversation necessarily just about sponsorships, because we've had that conversation with creator wizard Justin Moore, and we can definitely have a separate conversation about that, negotiating, looking at your rates, all that. But I just wanted to have this little bit of chat with you because thinking about the ways in which people can start to make money, and we find ourselves sometimes in this season right now that we're in, of people needing money and trying to think about, gosh, everything is very expensive right now. What are some things that we can do to then make money so that you can buy the stuff that you want that's on sale, or, you know, buy the Christmas presents for your family or Hanukkah presents or whatever, and all of that. And so because we talk a lot about creators, the journey, making money, all that stuff, I thought that was maybe a conversation we could have. So how can we have and spread more Christmas joy and spending without actually having to spend it? If you know, you know. All right. So let's chat about this. And if you have questions about this, let's toss them so that we can discuss. All right. So I'm going to share this out now. I was thinking about this before, and oh, hello, Pixel Pan. I have to, where are my manners? Hello. Great to see you. I know you have coffee in your cup, probably. Don't disappoint me and tell me you don't. What's in your cup today, people? We are back to the not awake English breakfast, but the winter wake up tea from Trader Joe's. This is a really good tea. I've been enjoying it a lot. So if that is a tea that you want to try, give it a shot, because honestly, I don't know how long it's going to be there when it literally says winter. Winter tea. So we have chatted about all these different revenue streams and ways to make money, right? And we have this revenue pie and we've got 12 different slices of it. But here, let's do some practical real world creator-led examples, okay? What can we do right now if you were trying to make a little bit of extra money for either Christmas or just to start the new year off right? What could we offer right now so that you could make some money and not be as much of a starving artist as you might be? Okay, so I see Pixel Pia in the chat today. Pixel Pia, we are very similar in some ways where we have tried lots of things because we want to try it, taste it, teach it, talk about it, and discuss with others, even if it's not something at the end of the day that we want to do, like a Redbubble store, or, you know, try and print on demand, or, you know, and it's just like selling stickers on Etsy. It's not because it's become a career. It's because I'm always looking to experiment and see. And because for some people, they get very set in their ways that there's only one way to make money. There's only one type of way to do it, right? When in reality, it's just like when people start making YouTube videos and they think there's only one way to do that too. And then they go down this road that some guru has said is the best way to do it, because that's what we all do, is we listen to someone at the very beginning and think that is the only path, when in fact it is a path. It is a path. And there's so many millions of different YouTube channels out there with so many different types of end goals. Some is just subscribers, some is for the shock value, some is for growing a business, some is just for a creative outlet because they're bored. And none of them are therefore wrong. All right. So, oh, Jordan Lopez is in the house. How are you? It has been a long time. Today we're just chatting, and I want to have, a discussion with people about how can we make some more money for this Christmas season, if that's what we so want to do. All right. So, Pixelpia, if you, obviously, as a fellow teacher, there are so many things that you could talk about, right? Because even if you think I'm not an expert in Descript, you have experience with Descript. If it was AI and automations, I saw you yesterday. Can AI make a YouTube video for me? Gosh, if you figure that out. I saw on Twitter today that there was some news report where it was all AI. So fake person, fake voice, fake script, fake B-roll, everything. So if you were the person who figured out how to do that efficiently and all of a sudden you started helping people do that, you would be charging money for teaching people how to do it. Or if they don't want to learn how to do it, they just want to have it done, then you'd be making money from that way, So I would love to know, because I was thinking about this and I was like, gosh, what could I talk about? What could I actually do? So don't get me wrong, I'm still on my whole like, oh my God, wouldn't it be great to have another phone or to have another camera? And I was like, you know what I could do? Is I could then, just like I did with the digital detox or declutter, so I start selling the things. So why don't I sell a couple of these extra cell phones that I have laying around so that I can guilt-free buy that camera that I really want to, if I really need it in my secondary studio or backup shot, right? Or I had all this FOMO today about a microphone system, and I was like, you know what? You don't even use the microphone system you have. And then I had a friend contact me and be like, I couldn't get my microphone to work. And I was like, oh, dude, I have the same microphone. We jumped on a call real quick, and we're troubleshooting. And I'm like, oh, you got to do this. You got to do this. And they're like, what? Mind blown. I think I just fixed my own, or you just fixed my problem because I didn't have it set up that way. And I was like, oh, sweet. Now, if you were someone who really knew about that piece of equipment or microphone or whatever else, you could have charged money for someone to have a call or something like that. Depending on, a lot of the time when people are not, I'm not going to say desperate, when they need the information, they need it fast and they need it now, they're willing to sometimes pay for that kind of information. So that's the kind of thing, just like you pay for a plumber sometimes, not just like preventative maintenance, it's because something has happened and you need to fix it, right? And at that point, you're kind of like, I know it's going to cost an arm and leg, but it has to get fixed. So let's just and that doesn't mean take advantage of people. That just means that there are different triggers that people have and different motivations for buying. Just like when you're looking at buying a car, sometimes you have the luxury of being like, well, my car is working right now and it's all paid off and I don't need to go out and just be looking at another. So it's leisurely looking, right? But when you have to drive a very good amount of distance and the only car that you reliably have that used to be able to get you to work so that you could make money and bring it home and support your family or yourself or your dogs or whatever else it is, and it stops working or you get into a car accident or something like that, you need a replacement and you need it now. Like J.G. Wentworth, if you guys have that around there. I always see the infomercials and the, it's not infomercials, but like the commercials with like the little jingle. It's like, it's my money and I want it now. So people who are in more desperate situations have more of a motivating factor to actually end up buying something. Just like, when you need printer ink, and I could tell you this from when I worked at like consumer electronic stores, people don't usually buy it just to have it in their cabinet for whenever. They need it in the middle of the night because they're trying to print something that's like due in the morning. I can't tell you how many. I'm like, do you want an extra one? Nope. And I'm like, that is why you are here right now in the middle of the night, running around like a mad person, because you have, like, what would you do if we were already closed? You know what I'm saying? Not all of the stores are like 24 hours either. So if you can't find a store, then you are just out of luck into the morning. Like, that's not great either. So what is there in your life that we could help you monetize, help you prioritize, help you systemize so that you could make some extra money? I would love to hear that. So from y'all, let me mute me over here. So it says, I don't I have many ways that I could make money, but what I don't have is the time to do it. Yeah. Yep. That is a good one. So there is always that balance, right? Because there's a lot of things I'd love to do. Like, and then it becomes a juggling game of which one actually is the most not only profitable, but better use of my time, right? Because you're like, hey, I could get a job doing something where I make, let's say, $20 an hour. But if I make $20 an hour and then I have to commute to said place and then I have to have these responsibilities, or I could take on an extra coaching call a week for $150 an hour, something like that. And then like, that's the equivalent of 6 hours of doing the other thing. And then you're like, or making in a month what I make in an hour. Should I actually do that? Or do I actually want to do that? So, I mean, yeah, it's all a guessing game, right? Sometimes it's a weighing pros and cons. So Pixelpia, how are you doing? How are you? You know what? We haven't done in a little while. Let's go check out your channel. Because as a channel member, right, every once in a while we go take a peek. A human eye on AI. That is such a great little avatar and banner that you got going on up there. Yeah, a human eye on AI. All right. Oh, I guess I could share my screen with y'all, huh? Yeah, let's look at that. Hold on, let's come over here and meet and screen share. Let's do it. Oh, yes, I'm in a circle today. Oh, that's from, I was doing a tutorial. Did you guys see that? I actually put out a YouTube video and it was a tutorial. Who was expecting that, right? Although I'll let you know it wasn't a resolution, but it was just one of my goals and things that I was chatting about with my weekly accountability group. I was like, you guys, I'm so tired of coming to this meeting being like, I should really make videos. And I watched a video today from Jessica Stansberry and I related a lot to it. She's like, I really got to get my ish together in 2024. And so one thing that she did is she tried to bring on channel collaborators this year. She tried to have other people come in with their expertise. And she's actually the second channel that I've seen do this. Remember Desiree Martinez did it for a little while too. And she changed her name over from Desiree Martinez over to the All-in-One Social Media. She had these guest lecturers on. And here's the thing is, there's nothing wrong with the guest lecturers, and there was nothing wrong with the guest lecturers over on Jessica's channel either. But I think one of the problems is when you built an audience that is really, let's say, here for a specific person or something in the past, sometimes even if the subject is interesting to them, they may or may not then want to watch a video of someone who isn't that person that they originally signed up for. Even if it's like a person who's an expert on that thing, they're like, some leniency because you're on a channel of someone that I like, but also not as much leniency because I didn't necessarily ask for you. I asked for the other person and I got you. So again, no disrespect to any of those, but she said like it kind of tanked her channel for a bit. And then she was like, okay, I'm not sure. And then she's like, and then I stopped doing some of the videos or the quantity of videos that I was doing before to grow. So she's like, I know I got to get back to 2 videos a week and I know I got to do, X, Y, and Z. And she's like, I had too many funnels. I had too many sales items. I had too many offerings. And then it became, let's say, confusing. So she's like, I really have to simplify in this next year, simplify my offerings and simplify this stuff so that I can actually just do a few things really, really well and then get back to the things that actually drove business to my business. So, and she's like, and that's going to be some of these tutorial things. That's going to be, and she's like, and now that I have a secondary channel, a vlog channel, I have the creative freedom that I want to go ahead and if there's something artistically that I want to do, I can do it. And I can even put it on another channel. It doesn't have to be on this channel. So it feels a lot like then when Desiree also had the guest lectures and then she's like, I'm pivoting back. It's me. I'm the brand. Like no more guest collaborators unless we're kind of doing it in a different way. So I think they both kind of have done the same similar thing. Now I know Desiree is different because she is more of a service-based business, but she also has herself as a business from everything from her podcast to her own, conference and stuff like that. So some of it's a little similar, some of it is dissimilar, but it kind of showed that maybe sometimes in those different channels and growths and verticals that sometimes still people want the person that they signed up for, So something interesting that I thought coming back to the accountability group was that I was like, okay, I really need to put out videos, even if it's iMovie tutorials, which I don't necessarily want to do, even if it's just something small, even if it's just something to put out, it is still going to get me in the habit of creating. And sometimes I just have to stop being such a little whiner brat about how I don't want to have to do some of these things and just do it, because I know it's better for me to actually do it. And so even if I put out a video and it got like 10 views, I can be like, I went back to the accountability, guys, I put out a video. Not only that, but I put out 2 videos. So one was, how to change to a brand channel. Remember, I promised y'all I'm going to shoot an intro and an outro. That was a couple weeks ago when I was wearing that sweatshirt. And I was like, I will film the intro and outro. And this footage was from 2021, y'all. And I'm like, oh, the screens are pretty much the same. So, and what's really funny about that is I had a coaching client who I needed to have them transfer into a brand channel so that we could do some channel permissions and stuff for them. And because I had actually put out that video 2 weeks ago or whatever it is, I was able to pull it up and be like, where am I supposed to go? What am I supposed to do? And it actually helped me do the thing in my coaching thing live. And I was just like, you know what? I am glad I put out that video. I think there was like, there's maybe like 90 views on that one. There's like 20 views on the other one that I put out. And then I put out an iMovie tutorial and it had like 50. But nevertheless, in December, I've put out 3 videos, which is, I don't think I even have 3 videos on my YouTube channels across the last 4 months. So for that alone, yeah, even though. So I appreciate you watching, even though you don't use iMovie. What's really funny is I was on Twitter today and I watched, or I saw a tweet, and it was from Dylan Bates, who is the Final Cut bro. And he's like, I just hit 50,000. And I was like, see, this is the power of buckling down, doing one thing, staying the course. Because I remember when he had under 10,000, and I was like, wow, his videos are really good. They're they're clearly explained. He does a nice job, and I see him doing great things. And it was kind of like all the iMovie tutorials I did. I was like, great, now there's a Final Cut, guy that's doing all these. And then, I'm not surprised then that he came and he's like, oh, I did 50,000. And I'm just like, yeah, that's excellent. So everyone, is starting to post their, almost like their Spotify Wrapped and everything, but YouTube has their own Wrapped type of, thing, and it tells you how you did for a channel. And I think my beauty channel had more subscribers this year than my main channel. I think some of these secondary channels honestly have done more. I got my beauty channel first tier of monetization monetized, but I was just like, wow, what happens if you actually put out content and actually do things? And it's just, I don't know, man. I was telling you last week, I'm like, is it sad girl season or is it all these things? And I just sometimes you just have to be in motion for things to be in motion. And so I thought, you know what I should do? I did get myself a little lamp, one of those little sad lamps, the seasonal affective disorder. I don't know if it's the same as staring at my softbox over here. I don't know, but I got it for free because I was able to sell enough stuff from Thrasio last month to qualify to get up to $50 of stuff for free. And I have exhausted things that I actually even want. So I saw that and I was like, it's a $50 little sad lamp. And I'm like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it. I just got it. I'm going to unbox it. And I'll report back if I feel any less sad. But, last week I was deep in my feels about just everything and feeling kind of sad. Is it wintertime? Is it the weather? Is it just the lack of, when you start to see everyone posting their year-end numbers and showing how much growth they have and how many videos they put out and all of these things. And then I'm just like, oh God, I want to hide right now because I don't have those. And I don't also have a really great excuse as to why I didn't have the time to put out enough videos. And I knew it was my own fault. I was like, I knew that because I didn't put out videos, because I only live streamed, that I wasn't going to have as good a year. But it still was quite the slap in the face when I looked at it. I'm like, wow, this is really not good. So things have to change, and I was like listening to my friend Jessica's video. She's like, I have to change. I was in a slump. I gotta, so whether that's refining my offerings or simplifying things or going after the things that make the most money or something, things have to change. And that includes me, the YouTube channel, the strategy, all the things, because when you don't change and you don't grow, when you don't do different things, then you get what you get and you can't get upset, right? So it's always those types of things. So let's take a look over here, though. We were going to look at all that time I was in the small bubble and we're still sitting on Pixelpia's channel, right? So let's look over here real quick and see if I can. I did learn that eventually I could finally scroll and move things. So when we look at Pixelpia's channel here, so it says a human eye on AI. And so the nice thing that is clear about that is you kind of understand a bit about what this channel is about. This is Pixelpia, your personal guide through the fascinating world of artificial intelligence as it entwines our daily lives, from the AI that curates our music playlist to the algorithms that might one day drive our cars. I'm here to explore it all with you. That is a wide gamut because AI can be used in so many different ways. The possibilities are so endless. It doesn't mean there will ever be a shortage of video ideas, but it does mean that it could, oh, here he comes. It could become a harder, because there are a lot of people interested in AI, everyone from content creators, AI for music, AI for, some business. I know, buddy. Oh, goodness. Yeah. I can hear you. Are you all right? You're so handsome. I apologize. So sometimes, the person who's interested in using it for algorithms for financial versus algorithms for music, it could be not the same people. So when you try and have even something as generic as AI, it is quite expansive in the world of the different ways and in the ways that we actually do it, right? But together, we'll uncover the extraordinary impact of AI, make it less of a high-tech mystery and more of a friendly companion in our modern existence. And I'm passionate about equipping you with the knowledge to engage in informed discussions, debate ethical dimensions, and navigate the risks that come with this digital revolution. And we also have a podcast. Okay, buddy, we get it. All right. Have all this. So here we go. There is a video here, which is nice. Good to see. This one says all in our daily life. So, we got closed captions on 2, but not on the third one. Let's see here. All myths, reality, and ethics. Google and AI. Google Bard. Who did I see? Mark Rober just did a video on Bard. I think it was a sponsored video about how using Bard to make one of his latest videos about building the perfect paper airplane that was aerodynamic and could get through like a burning ring of fire. So Google Basics, Google Docs, Google Calendar, Gmail, Google Drive. So one thing is we're, a couple weeks away from 2024. So I don't know if you always want to have 2023 in it. You're still doing a lot of... Are you using like a Midjourney or a ChatGPT plugin to do your thumbnails? Because you do still have a lot of the thumbnails that don't have you anywhere in them, and I think it would be still interesting to see your face every once in a while on there. We are doing some shorts. Create video with, that's the one that I saw you. Yeah, creating images in Midjourney. Gosh, because I feel like even AI in like Photoshop or AI in, or like photo and video projects, even that in itself is a lot. Redfield. Yeah. So the only thing is, I never know that it's your video, just because it could be anybody talking about it. But anyways, good stuff over here. I just wanted to pop in on your channel and see how you were doing. What do we got over here going on? Would love to see. It says focus on people, informing about AI possibilities, and you're on a mission. No, I love that. So is there a video that you have about why you're so passionate about that, or what actually prompted you, or the ways that AI has been used incorrectly, or just, I would love to hear, I guess, more about that. Coach Adam says, I couldn't agree more. You are the brand I felt burned before on workshops when I handed off to an expert instead of the talent. Yeah. Yep. Mid-journey. Okay. Yep. Mid-journey. So I'd love to know too, like, Coach Adam, how you doing over there? Let's go look at what you got going on. What's going on your channel these days? I saw you on a YouTube short the other day too. So why can't I? Oh, it wouldn't let me go from eCam into it, but I put it up on the screen there. Let me see if I can do this one. So, Mindset Mondays. Oh, tell me, how's that going? How's that going? The Mindset Mondays. I like that. And then videos. And the shorts. And the lives. I like that you're trying to put different thumbnails on the live streams too. I should really get better at doing that. So one thing I might say for you, Coach Adam, when you say Mindset Mondays, and I assert creative mindset coach. I don't even know if I know what a creative mindset coach is. What do they do? What do they help me unlock? Why would I need one? How would it improve my life or business? And because when you say Mindset Mondays, it could be anything from like you're reading mantras and setting your intention for the week. It could be like, I don't know what that is actually. So every night when you stream, what do you talk about? What do you discuss? I feel like there's information that I would want to see more of before I could understand then what your channel and what you are about. So if I were you, I might say something, a creative mindset coach. And then the next, thing is always going to be like, what the heck is a creative mindset coach? Who do I work best with? Who don't I work well with? Maybe some of those types of things, and maybe you have that someplace, but even a series of shorts, even on like something like that might be helpful, just because I don't really know what the creative mindset coach does or when I need them in my life or how they would help me. So help me out, because it could be like a money mindset. It could be positive intention. It could be gratitude. It could be like stoicism, where everything is my fault and I'm responsible for all things. Like, what kind of mindset are we talking about here? Just some thoughts, though, as I'm thinking about that. Jordan Lopez, what is new in your world? I would love to know. Thanks for just being here. Appreciate you. It's been a while. I think I saw a comment earlier about it used to be on Shelly Sings. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. If you want to see those, they're not on YouTube anymore. They're on Twitch and Facebook. So take a look at that. But I did like the positive mindset thing about that I commented on the other day. So at least that was something. So from November 3rd, when I pivoted and I only have my little logo image in the thumbnail, I'm thinking of adding myself again, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, if there's nothing that lets me know it's your video, then I might just think you're just another person talking about AI. And there's a lot of people talking about AI, right? So, yeah, I guess if you guys don't have any other like questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, we can do the boo of the week, and I can let you go early because I'm hungry too, and I can also go have food. All right, so I think we talked about these red ones last week. So let's see here. I don't know, Pixelpia or Coach Adam, if you have a boot that you want to pick, you let me know. Did we talk about the lime green ones? You're making music. Things are moving slow with my channel since I only got 1 new subscriber this year, but it does take patience to grow. And I feel like people always forget, right, how much they can get done or what. So I was having a chat with someone today, and they're like, I'm so mad that I'm not at X number of subscribers. And I was like, okay, but you have 2/3 of that, and like you really just started streaming consistently, like for how many months? Like 6 months or something. And like, don't beat yourself up. That's a really good amount of people. I mean, it's more people than I absolutely had. So honestly, I was just like, I get it, and we all want to be like more, but sometimes we got to take stock of like, holy crap, we've gone a long way. But it's also like, it's the patience thing, right? We have to have the patience to know we're growing, we're doing the things, and when we pivot, it's going to take time. When we do blank, it's going to take time. When we have new content, it's going to take time. It just takes time. I don't even know anymore if I have a favorite boot. Honestly, I can tell you my newest boot. Actually, there are 2. I got them at the same time, but I'll tell you about a boot of the newest. All right. These are my Eagle boots. So they have a blue and gold stitching on the side, and they have a blue eagle on top of a green leather. Now, one thing I was thinking of doing is I do have this almost like leather gloss type finisher. Tell me if you think is a good idea or a bad idea. I was thinking of putting like the gloss on it to make it shiny, but I don't know if it should be shiny or if it should just be like, because I feel like it would liven it up, because this feels almost a little dull. I don't know. Let me know. But I digress. So this boot is from Old Gringo, and this one was from their discount site. So it is from, if you go to OG, which stands for Old Gringo, samplesite.net, as I whack myself in the head with it, you can see a whole bunch of the boots that are discounted like 70% or 60% off retail. And like, they're still stupidly expensive even at that price. Okay, so I'm just gonna say that. So like, even discounted, it's still like a couple $100, which is just stupid to think that these are like $700 boots originally. But apparently though, this company over here, the pink ones, which is Sendra boots, which are Italian. They're either Italian or Mexican. Okay. One of them's Italian. There's one of the brands that are, and you're going to say, leave them, not shiny. Oh, guys. Okay. So Sendra originally apparently was one of the first companies to do these gringo style, like eagle boots. And apparently they've been doing it for longer. And then Old Gringo very closely copied the style, made it more famous, and more people buy them, but it was Sendra that originated them. Now, I don't know how true or not true that is. I heard it from my boot purveyor, but I don't know if there was another company before Sendra that was doing the eagle boots too. But then I almost felt bad, because I was like, well, not only now do I have these eagle boots, but I have to know that maybe Old Gringo got famous off this eagle boot that they stole a design from someone else. But I still think they're pretty. But there's also a purple pair, a little bit slightly different. They have a purple and white, and I want them really bad. But I was like, I just got an eagle boot. I can't really get another eagle boot. But if you go on ogsamplesale.net, you'll see them. But I digress. The blue and green I thought would be a perfect boot to wear to Seahawks games, because I was like, if they're going to be, green and blue, and it's kind of got this like bird, it feels like it fits right in with the Seahawks. But then, I'm on the team where we have these it's not hand painted, it's airbrushed, right, type of thing, design. But we're not supposed to wear these to like a football game in the middle of the season, because we have to keep our boots nice for performances. But at the end of the year, you probably could wear them I mean, if you had new boots for the next season and they're your old practice boots or something, I don't see why you couldn't. Also, I started wearing these boots because we do a lot of lime green throwback jersey days. And so when we had an all lime green throwback with the action green, I wore them and I got so many compliments on those boots. And I was like, oh, geez, maybe these are my game boots because they're pretty comfy too. But then I still ended up getting these boots. But I had been looking at these boots on River Trail Mercantile for like almost 2 years because I've been thinking, oh, wouldn't these make the best Seahawk boots? Wouldn't these make the best Seahawk boots? For 2 years, I've been thinking that. And then when I saw them on the site, they used to be half off. And I was like, even at half off, it was still like $365. And I was like, I can't. But then all the boots were taken down off the site. So there were no boots. So they were then retooling some things, checking out their inventory, because a lot of them, they're all samples or things that have been traveling around to, shows or vendor things. And then they sell them, and that's why they're discounted so much. So you can get a great deal. But I was like, oh man, I missed my chance to get the green and blue Eagle boots, y'all. I missed it. And sometimes I would put it in my cart, and then I would be like, no. And then I would take them out of my cart. But then the site relaunched, y'all. It relaunched with new boots and new markdowns. And this one went from 50% off to 70% off. And I was like, it's a sign. It's a sign. And one of the thing with the sample site is that most of them are going to be in like a very small range of sizes. It's not a lot of sizes because these are ones they use for photo shoots, for video shoots, for traveling around, like I said, at trade shows. And so if there's multiples of sizes, there's usually only like 1 or 2 in each size, maybe. And they're usually in this like very small size range. So I apologize to the people who have tiny feet or like large feet. Sometimes I will tell people to go to the site and they're like, they only have this size. I'm like, I'm sorry, that's my size. So, but anyways, this boot popped back in at 70% off, and I took it as a sign because there was one boot left and it was in my size. And I was like, she will be mine. Oh yes, she will be mine. And I did it, and I pulled the trigger, and I haven't even worn them yet. They are still with their stuffing and their little boot shaper. There should be a boot shaper, by the way, in all of your boots if you have boots, because you don't want your little shafties to get all wrinkled and then not have them stand up, because then they'll just have this horrible wrinkle in them. And at the end of the day, 2 pool noodles make an excellent replacement inside shaft holder thing. So let me show you. This one is a slightly taller boot, so I have to be careful. So if I were to show you, pool noodles. Those ones have the 2 skinny ones, but I actually do have pool noodles. I wear almost all of these boots. There are some that I have not worn yet because they're new. But no, these are all boots that are in my collection and rotation. So I wear the purple ones all the time. I wear these all the time. These all the time. Like I wear all of them. The only ones I was going to retire were these black ones. And then I thought, wow, I could bedazzle them with the YouTube logo, and they'll just maintain themselves as a part of my set. And also, if you missed it, the boot shelf was necessary because I don't have any closet space because we moved into a smaller house. So I needed this. Yeah, but I wear all of them, but some haven't made it yet to the dance floor or to the world yet, including this is the other pair that I got at the same time because I wanted a pair of brown boots. I was like, I just need a clean, solid, simple pair of brown boots. And so that's how that happened. But yeah, I do. And there's one other pair that has never been worn yet because that was the boot that was responsible for finding out that there was a storage unit that I didn't know about when I was looking specifically for these boots to wear with the Tinkerbell costume on Halloween. And I couldn't find them, and I ended up having to wear these boots. I know, first world problem, but it's just when you have it in your mind's eye, something is going to happen a certain way, and it doesn't, then it kind of bums you really hard. But so those are the boots that have not yet been worn, but all the rest, actually, that's a lie. The pink ones too, the pink ones. And the pink ones, I don't know if I told you that, but the pink ones, I had gotten a pair of pink Nevadas, which are this style, like the blue and this red, those are Nevadas. I had them in the hot pink style, but like then everyone had them. And I was just like, I don't need a boot that everyone has. Does that sound like a little bratty thing to do? I'm like, my boots are unique and I want boots that people look and be like, oh my God, what is that boot? Where did you get that boot? Like, I want there to be a little bit of like wow factor for any of the boots that come into my collection. And so I ended up selling this Nevada style of boots, which would be like this guy. And then I ended up replacing it with these pink boots. And because they are new in replacement, I haven't had a chance to wear those yet either. But they're replacement hot pink boots from the other pair that I sold. And I think I will also be selling these only because I want them in a smaller size. They're too big. So, and I think I might actually, it could be a whole boot channel, right? I think I'm going to sell these too. Because I have my eye on some other boots. And that's one of the things I was like, I don't want to spend more on boots until I can. And there shouldn't be more boots than fit onto this wall, which is, it's already a broken rule because I have boots down here. But some of them don't count because they're duplicates. Like I have 2 pairs of Seahawk boots because I was on the team for 2 years. And so I had boots from last year, boots from this year. And so doubles don't count, at least in my world. So they're just in a closet someplace else. But I know they count, okay? Help me out, though. But yeah, I was like, would it be weird if I sold the blue boots so I could buy the same boots in a smaller size? Would it be? Oh, Carlana. Oh my gosh, I would totally let you buy my boots. Let me just tell you that. I know. I did say that, Adam. I'm going to sell some phones because I was thinking about selling some phones so I could actually maybe buy the Sony ZV 1F or something like that if I wanted to. So this is the Pixel 7. I've been trying to sell this thing and I think I've just been trying to sell it wrong. I was like, Facebook, local friends. I'm actually maybe today I'll put a goal up. I'll put this up on eBay, try and get a few $100 for it because I can get, $300 for it for trade-in on a phone anyway, but I'd rather just do the $300 on eBay or something than apply it towards any phone that I want. Carlana, I wish you were my size too. I will say the blue boots are an 8.5. Just saying. They are too big for me. I got them because they were the last in that size, and I was just like, I really love the color. Little did I know that it would come back, but it was like 6 months later. Finally, 6 months later, they have them now available in my size. And so, yeah, the whole point would be to sell these to get the smaller size, which seems silly, but and they're the most comfortable boot. Oh my God, they're so comfortable. I wish you were my size too. And sometimes though, like I said, when you're buying from the sample site, man, just because the sales are so good, you're like, okay, I'll fit my foot in there, which is what happened to me a little bit on this boot. That's a little bit of a lie, but it was Pinto Ranch and Boot Junkie are different places where where I got it for a deal, and it's like the last one in their size. So originally I got one in a size 9. It was too big. I thought I could make it work with an insert or something, and I was like, no, it's too big. And then I decided that I would get these boots, and they're in a 7, which is, I thought I could maybe make it. It's too small. And so I think they're still listed on Poshmark. So, and the whole point is I have to sell them for as much as I can so that I can rebuy them in the actual size. And you may be like, because it was the last one on that site, and it was at a really good deal. So the problem is I have to sell them and then look for another good deal and then look for it in my size. It's a whole vicious cycle. It's a horrible problem. It's the dog. It's the doggy. Yeah, I know. Hey, about that wallet. How's it going? Good to see you. I know all the boot sales right now. I tell you. So I had these Eagle boots, right? Oh no, everything's always backwards. These Eagle boots. They have a purple and white Eagle boot that's a very similar in style, and I really want them. I really, really, really want them, but I was like, I already have an Eagle boot. I already have a purple boot. I can't spend that much money on boots. Carlana, I didn't even tell you that today is supposed to be delivery day for other boots. Because I remember when I told you that all of those specific brand had the sale on those boots and it made them like really, 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 really cheap. I may have already bought 2 pairs of those in specific colors. I don't know if I told you that, but they're supposed to be delivered today, but UPS didn't come yet, and he's now here. And so any delivery now from this point is going to be noticed. So it did not work out well for me because I thought he would be working today, but I mean, you know what I mean, like at the office. Pray for me. So I don't know where I'm going to put them. The purple, I know, and it's in my size. Oh, sorry. Yeah, she's on Facebook. So it's Facebook and YouTube. So that's why. If you didn't see that message, she's talking about boots because she's one of my boot sisters. So that's what we call each other when we're on the dance teams. Boot sisters with each other. And so I may or may not have told her about some boot sales that were recently happening. It's not my fault that they're on sale and we have exquisite taste and the boots are available. That's not our fault. And when you buy them on sale, it's like girl math. Oh my God, we need a boot math. It's boot math. It was 70% off, so I bought 7 of them. Boot math. Boots delivered there to avoid that problem. That's smart. I didn't think about that. But it's actually going to be it's actually the same brand as these pink ones, which are the same ones that Colleen has now. So she wore hers first at the Christmas party. I haven't even worn mine yet, so that's one more pair that I haven't worn yet because I sold my pink old gringos so I could buy these pink Sendras. Boot math, man. It's so real. It is so real. I'm going to make a TikTok about boot math, actually, while looking at my boot wall. Boot math. Where is it? This one was 70% off. Therefore, they paid me for the boots. Like, boot math. This one was, these two had a 25% off discount, but this one was special order and took 8 weeks. So really, I didn't spend that money for until 3 months. So when they finally came in, I forgot I had spent it, and it was free boots. Boot math. That was pretty accurate for the boot math. Boot math. What I really wanted were these boots, but I couldn't afford them at $500. So boot math told me that what I needed to do was spend the $200 boots that were half off. So I bought 2 pairs of boots. I got them in white and black because boot math is 2 for the price of 1. Is you buy both because then you spend the same as you would for 1 pair of boots, but you get 2 pairs of boots. And so I got a boot for free. Boot math. Okay, so then I got these in white. These are white. And then I was trying to go for this, which was green gold. And I ended up with green silver because my dumbass isn't very good at colors and mixing them. And I really had forgotten about how gold it was. And I bought silver pearlescent pearl, but it was too far in, y'all. The paint was mixed at that point. I had to paint it. So it turned out to be this neon green because it's actually glow in the dark neon paint. And then I was like, oh, what I have to do is then put green crystals on it. So by the time the paint, the acrylic finisher, the extra crystals, and the 32 hours it took me to finish these boots, I would have, honestly, I should have just... But because they're 2 different colors, they're 2 different boots. So boot math, keep both. I mean, why would I sell one or the other? I haven't even worn these yet. So therefore, I can't be mad about money I spent on them because it doesn't exist until they're real and on my foot. Boot math. Yeah. So that's boot math for you. 32 hours of labor, who knows what that is. I was actually thinking about selling the green boots too, because now that I have these green boots, do I need multiple pairs of green? Yes. The answer is yes. And then did I buy these boots, which are also green and blue? Yes. Yes, I did. I don't know, y'all. Boot math is real. Boot math is real. Anyways, if you're looking to get into the boot world, though, and don't want to pay crazy prices, 1, check out ogsamplesale.net for some really good deals. And number 2, check out bootjunkie.com, because right now they're doing some massive sales, like massive sales for, I don't know, because they're awesome and it's the holidays. I don't know, y'all, if you're looking for boots. And you know what? Another place, River Trail Mercantile. I have bought boots from there before, and a lot of the time they'll at least have a 25% off coupon code for most of their boots, including some of the ones that are on sale. So you can sometimes score a pretty good deal over there too. And you know, it's really funny. Carlana's, I think the boot that Deanna had posted that she just bought, I saw it on OG sample sale for less money than was on River Trail Mercantile. And I want to be like, ooh, I could have saved you some more money. If it was in her size, though. I don't know what her size is, but it could have happened. Boot math. And then, okay, boot math is really, well, I saved all this money. Not stop there. You might as well spend it on more boots. Like I said, you get 2 pairs for the price of 1, which is what happened with these boots. I bought 2 pairs, and I was like, it was the same price as 1 pair. It's the same price I was going to pay for 1 pair of boots. So I got double the pair of boots. Boot math. Boot math. Cooper agrees. Totally agrees. You want a pair? You should get a pair. Everybody needs a good pair of cowboy boots. Man. Yes. One day, I'm going to get these boots in my actual size. And I'm going to get the Purple Eagles. And I'm going to get, there's another one. I can tell you which one's in my cart. You know what? You guys want to go? Sorry, there's only like 3 of us here right now. You guys want to go boot shopping together? Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. I'll show you. TubeBuddy. Let's go boot shopping together, y'all. Here's one of the sites that I go to very, very regularly. Okay? This is Boot Junkie. It's a small little boutique down in Scottsdale, Arizona. Oh, all right. Oh, yeah, let's do this. OG sample sale never has my size except those black and yellow ones. Oh my God, they're so good. They had that pair, I'll show you here in a second, in brown and like gold last year. And I was so mad that I didn't pull the trigger on them, but I was also like, it's $300. Oh my God, it's still $300, you know? And then you don't even get free shipping. You have to pay for these shipping. It's like $30. Although I did finally realize that if you buy 2 pairs, it only goes up not by like double, but it goes up by a bit more. So from like 30 to like 45 or something versus. So, okay, let's look at the boots. You guys, let's look at the boots. All right. So the boots that I was talking about that are on major sale right now, that the pink ones are, they don't even have a header for, I think they're getting rid of them. They don't even have a header anymore for them. You just have to go find them from the different page. It's the Show Me. It's this brand called Sendra. All right. So let me, oh my God, if they ever sponsored my channel, I would freaking love that. I'll click over here real quick. Is it shift? And one of these things is actually going to make it so that I can scroll. Man, okay. This is the, oh, they don't even have the pink ones anymore. Okay. Oh, yes, they do. So here's the boot. I want you guys to see the price up here. What does this price say? $480. Okay, now watch this. Boot math. Let's say you're size 8. Actually, in Sender, I'd go down at least a half size or more. Watch this when you put in your cart. Stop it. Boot math. And that's how I ended up with 3 pair. Because it was still less than 1 pair. I was like, oh my God, I got this pair of boots on sale. It was buy 1, get 3 free and still get a savings. Boot math. These are the pink ones on the wall. If you want to see the other ones, and it's all the colors too, FYI. So if you were really into red, black, navy, white, all of these. This one's really cool too. The python. Oh my God, look at it. Look at it. It looks so good. Look at the toe. Oh my God. They look so good. It was almost like buy 1, get 3 free. Okay. And empty that in my cart. Okay, so that's just one of the brands that's on sale, right? Like I said, you got to come find it down here on the list because it no longer exists up here. I want to show you guys, though, a boot that I'm really, really, really loving. Oh, I'll show you this. So this is actually the boot in white that I got and the black boot. So originally I got these boots for a pair of team boots that got painted this year. So I bought the black ones, and then, well, what's funny is they were $199 at the time. They're $219 now. But, and I think these are the ones that Carlina has in this. They don't have it anymore, but they have this in Barbie pink as well, and they had it in white. Yeah, and that's how I have the, I think this is the one Carlina has. She has these like blue ones. The green ones are really cute too, though. But do I need a fourth pair of green boots? Maybe, maybe. Anyways, if we go look at, here, I'll show you this. Oh, gringos. This is the purple pair. Oh, God, they look so good. The 15-inch. I've decided that I am now, I like the 15, and they're the green ones. And if you like the shorter ones, they have that too, but why bother? No, I want the tall boots. I want the tall boots. I also love these like purple. Yeah, you guys aren't even here with me right now. I'm just totally looking at these. I'm like, oh God, they're so good. This is actually a boot that I have with the little skulls on it. It just doesn't have little skulls on it. Just look at the boots, y'all. Oh, and here's the eagle ones. Look at the boots. Here's the Nevadas in black. I want those too. I know it seems simple. I just want them. I want them all. I want them. I do. I do. These are the boots that I had that a lot of the girls on the team had, and then I sold them because I didn't want what everyone else has. And so now I have a boot that only one other girl currently has. Hey, Trisha's here. By the way, Trisha, if you want these, like the pink 15-inch Sender boots that I have that Colleen was wearing at the Christmas party, they are on sale from $460 or $480 down to $120. So if you want a 15-inch hot pink boot, actually any color boot, honestly, because I'll show you. We'll go back there where we just were. I'm going to show you. Oh, it's so good. All of these. So the pink, the blue, the red, the black, the white, all of them. So they were $480. They're only $120 right now. They're only $120. Just FYI. Okay, now let me show you guys the piece de resistance. OG sample sale. Of course, it's going to autofill it for me because I'm on here like every day. And then I even posted in our group. I was like, y'all, they have restocked with new boots, and I don't know who needs to hear this, but just FYI. And because of my obsession with spending too much money, did I tell you last week, y'all, that I won a little award that was called New Boot Brain, which just means I have a shopping addiction for boots? But I did what I do when all the boots come into my world usually, is I added rhinestones and such on them. So I had to bling them. But seriously, check these out. Check these out. Okay. So these are the Marjorie, which are like the brown boots that I have, but this has the animal print on it. Oh, and here's the one that Carlina's looking at. Look at this boot. Look at it. They had this before in a brown, and I was dying over it. And I'm so mad that I didn't get it. And there's only, I think, one of this. And it's in size 9. And it's so good. So good. Carlina, I will be mad at you if you don't get these. You should get them. You should get them. I'm a very bad influence. God dang, they're so pretty. Anyways, we can see all of these boots, and these are the prices. Okay. Of what they usually are. I do like these monarchas as well. So they have these like butterfly kind of looking. They have one that has crystals all over them in the butterfly, but they're like uber expensive. And sometimes I'm like almost tempted by some of these booties, but then I'm like, no, girl, stay strong. I have been tempted by these like little patriotic ones before though too, because they have them in all of these different like little colorways and combos. They're so good. And every once in a while I get kind of in my head, I'm like, oh, what if I need like a little combat boot like this? Wouldn't that be kind of like nice? And be like, oh, I don't know what's wrong with me, y'all. I like boots. This particular style is like the rose gold boots. I have this. It's just in a different color. But they're way cheaper than the ones that I got. So You like the tree ones? I've seen those ones. I like them. Not enough to put them in my cart though. And then these Tracy, the OGs in the gold, and I don't even like gold, but like gold and like navy blue with the little stars and this little tassel. Stop it. So good. So good. I've never been though a big fan of the ones that had like the huge branding of the name on it. So they have some that have it like down the sides and all these different things. And I'm like, no. But I mean, these are just fun. Some of these are just fun. Like if I was getting a little ankle booty, something like this, and like the Taos, oh God. And then they have these like metallic ones. There was a pair, and these are actually kind of cute. There was a pair in the last round when they had them that was kind of like a color shifty one. Oh, stop. And let me show you guys. For some reason, if you are shopping on this site, these Olympias are, here's the purple ones. Here are the purple ones. Let me show you. Guys, tell me I don't need these. God, they're so pretty. Aren't they beautiful? I mean, stop it. Purple and white, like it looks like pool water underneath the little white with the little like metal ball things on the eagle. Oh, they're so good. You guys, and they're in my size, and I want them. It's just stupid to spend that much on another eagle boot. See, like this, I'm not a big fan of the ones that say Old Gringo down the side. And I'm not always the biggest fan of the ones that are like flat across the top, because if they don't have like a deeper V than if you have a little bit larger calves like I do, then sometimes it gets stuck. For a while, I was really into like everything with skull. I had tons of stuff with skulls on it, but like, ooh, they're so good. They were so good. And then here are all those different colorways that they have for the Edith. This tall boot is still for sale on the regular Old Gringo site, and they're like $600, and then over here they're like $200. Yeah. Check this out though. If you go to this and then you go to women's and then you see extra boots they don't have. Okay. So all of a sudden I looked at this one when it was on River Trail Mercantile, and it was on sale for like $350 because it was like half price, $360. Look at this, y'all. This is my size. Is this not just a beautiful? Sometimes I'm like, is it a beautiful boot? I don't know, because I don't even like sunflowers, but then I'm like, I kind of like it. I like it. Like the silver and the little studding and this like underneath with like these little extra flowers, and I'm like, do I love it, or do I kind of think I'm not loving it, but I kind of love it. And it's kind of they tout it as like this wedding boot, but you didn't see it on the other page because even though they're 70% off, they don't show up there, so you have to come find it over here. I am telling you all the secrets. Like I am like stalking these sites all the time, y'all, like all the time. I'm telling you right now. But there's another boot over here, and they had it in the sold out section. I didn't know if sold out means actually they sold out or it's coming into stock, because I've never seen this before where it has this like sold out section. So I am stalking this religiously. So no one come get these boots before I do, because I want them. I know I don't need more boots, but you guys have to see these boots. This is the pair I think that I was saying, like they're a little bit less red, they're more pinky, but I think this is the same boot that D had picked out. And this boot still on sale for Uber bucks. It's like $600 on River Trail Mercantile. But check this out. Where is it? The one that says it's out of stock. You guys have to see this. You're gonna you won't flip your lid. You can watch me flip my lid, because you may not care about the same boots that I care about, okay? But I have to show them to you. And it says they're sold out, and it breaks my heart, because this is one that I would be like, oh, baby, bringing you home with me. I've also looked at this boot before in person, and it's actually really pretty. They have it in a brown and a black. I'm not talking about this specific color, but God, I really like them too, and they're comfortable. Oh, okay, we're getting close. Wait, yeah, these are the ones that said sold out. Christina, how are you? Maybe Christmas. Yeah, we're boot shopping just because we started talking about boots, and then I was trying to tell people where they could come to find cheap boots, and now we're just looking at the boots. But I have to show you guys these boots because some of them are so beautiful, but these are beautiful too. Look at this. Look at the stitching on these and like the little studding on it. So good. And it's in 3 colors, but wait, you got to look. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. They have it in a gold and they have it in a pink. Look at this thing. Look at it. So good. So good. Look at it. It's boots. It's a big ball of leather. It's got the leather. Can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's boots. I could tell you all about it. I mean, just look at this thing. Oh, is that not like the most fun pinky metallic kind of distressed with awesome stitching that you've ever seen? Stop it. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. And here they are in gold too. They're pretty in gold too. I don't even like gold. And that's how much I like these boots. And they're a 15-inch boot, y'all. 15-inch boot. That's my jam. So good. I mean, look at it. I will be stalking this site for if it's actually sold out or if it's like coming into. Christina, how are you? What's new with you, honey? I felt bad the other day. I was in the real estate Facebook group, and there was someone being like, "Oh yeah, I am looking for a person," and then I was like, "Oh yeah, content minis. We might be able to do something." And then he's like, "Oh, I read your website. It says you don't do half those things." And I'm like, "Oh, I should probably update that website." I'm like, all the things that we said we would never do, then we ended up getting talked into by clients anyway. So I was like, yeah, one of these days we're gonna have to update that. But look at the boots, y'all. Christina, how are you? I'm sorry. How are you? Oh God, honey, we gotta get you into some boots. Oh God, I could look at these boots all day long, and I could. I really, really, really could. So here, let me give you some other boots to look at. Do I need more boots? Absolutely not. Am I still waiting on 2 to be delivered today because I got the blue and the navy and this pink, like this pink style? Damn it, everything's backwards again. Here, I got these because they're 15-inch boots and they were on sale for $120 from $480. Boot math. Boot math. Boot math. Boot math. Boot math. Anyways, they had some baby blues on there. Flowers are beautiful, but they only had them in a size 6, and I was really sad. Oh yeah. You know what's really funny is usually on the sample sites, they're usually like 7.5, 8s, 8.5s, and 9s. Like very rarely do I see something outside of that range. So it's weird that it would be a 6. Oh wait, are you talking about like on River Trail Mercantile? That's why some of those are so discounted, because it's either a 6 or a 10. Sometimes you can get a 6 or a 10. And sometimes you get real lucky when you're a certain like the super small boot or like the larger boot, and you can get some smoking deals. There were a pair, I don't even know if they're still on the site. Here, I'll show you the other site, the River Trail Mercantile. That is the one. Those are pretty much the 3 sites that I stock on a daily. It's like a daily basis, honestly. So if we come over here and, I can show you, it's the Emma Jane. I can show you one of the boots that let me show you. Lane boots. It was you stop it. Emma Jane. These are some boots that I was like, oh God, I was so upset. Like these pink ones are so good, but like just the plain black would be so good for like a team boot where we can like paint on them. Oh, it's so good. So hard to find one that doesn't have like stitching everywhere and all kinds of like craziness and embroidery, which was the problem with my corral boots this year, but like that's a sexy looking boot. And not only that, but it has these turquoise bottoms. Stop it. I mean, like, that is a good looking boot. Look at that. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's boots. I can tell you all about it. Just look at that thing. Okay, now I can show you. What was I going to show you on here? It doesn't really matter. I'm going to show you all of them. God. Anyways, what was that, River Trail? Look, I'm not the boss of you, but you may need to start a boot channel. Girl, don't I know it? See, but then I would be like, I just need to buy more boots. I need to buy more boots. Yeah. So one thing is, it's not sharing my page. What are you mad about? I'm gonna come back over here. Yeah, the Emma Janes are 13 inches, and a lot of the other boots are, a lot of the time they're only 13 inches, but those Sendras that I was saying that are on 75% clearance right now, they're 15-inch boots, it is the boot that Colleen was wearing at the Christmas party. This boot in a 15-inch is now available in white, brown, black, red, pink, and maybe one other color, but these are only $120 right now on Boot Junkie. Boot math means you could buy like 4 pairs and it's still cheaper than buying one regular pair. Boot math. Yeah. Anyways, I think that was my dog telling me that I should go. I just got distracted by boots and everything. So anyways, thanks everyone for shopping with me and all of that goodness. I will see you next week on another episode, and we'll actually maybe get into more businessy type stuff. Maybe we'll even do a tutorial, throw it back to the old days. What do we think about that? Maybe. I make no promises, make no guarantees. It's always a fun random smorgasbord, and you signed up for it if you come back. So you come back next week and we'll see what we're serving up. Okay, bye.